Hey guys, it's Jen at the Wheelhouse Project, and I wanted to come on and talk a little bit about. I'm seeing a lot of comments around financial struggle or financial difficulties that people are having, and I get it. And I wanted to comment on it because I've been there for a long time. um, yeah, I was laid off my job a year and a half ago, and it's a long story, but I have been guided to apply to other jobs, but nothing has taken. And I know it's about trust. It's about trust. I'm developing my own inner knowing that I am already abundant and that the universe has me, right? Anytime there is a need, it is met, and I am shown the way when I stay calm and peaceful. And mind you, I went through a lot of fear around that. A lot of fear. I had to purge a lot of fear, but it took time for me to see that every time I was freaking out because, I was worried because I didn't know how something was going to be paid, it all worked out. And mind you, everything didn't get paid. But everything worked out in amazing ways. And sometimes things didn't get paid, but they were taken care of in a different way. Like, for example, I really needed a haircut. It had been a year, and someone told me a neighbor was a hairdresser, and lo and behold, one day I'm sitting out on my patio with my dog, and she's standing outside my patio with her toddler. And I was eating some muffins, and I offered her one, and said to her, any chance you would cut my hair for some muffins? And she was like, yeah. So it's just blown my mind how things always work out. So I just wanted to come on here and say about the financial stuff that's going on, because there's going to be more of that. Everything's collapsing in our world, and it's good. It was all everything that was built on lies and deceit and dark energy is collapsing because the light is so strong on this planet that it can't survive. So we have to let it go, okay? And that might mean that you let an old job go, an old career. If you're doing it just for the money, then it's not aligned for your highest and best good, right? And it doesn't mean you have to quit, but you might get pushed out of something, or you might feel to quit. You never know. But you have to trust everything. You have to trust everything. And I'm being shown in the most beautiful ways. Oh my gosh, there's a cat up here. It's so cute. I'm being shown in the most beautiful ways that I am taken care of. I am taken care of no matter what. And I'm also learning now how I can manifest things very easily. How I can just, like, I saw my dog scratching himself this morning, crazy. And I was like, oh my gosh, he needs an allergy shot. And I was like, okay, divine, okay, source, okay, creator, okay. I am putting it out there that he needs his allergy shot this week. And I let it go, and I trust, and I just let it go, and I stop getting bothered by his itching, and I just trust that it's happening. And lo and behold, things happen for me. It's crazy cool. Yeah, and money comes from people and places and things that I never would have dreamed of. Like, people that I never would have dreamed would have supported me. Situations that I never, dreamed myself doing. Like, at certain points asking for money. It felt shameful, but that's an old world feeling, right? So we have to overcome all of the fears, all of the shame, all of that lower vibrational energy. But yeah, to understand that that's what's happening in this world. And I know I was led through this the last couple years, because I needed to get out of the fear completely and move myself to a place of the flow and abundance so that I could be a way shower for others. So yeah, I also, just so you know, I have a podcast, The Alchemy of Manifestation, that's been very much the story of my journey in that way. And I have a few more podcasts I want to put out soon. So check that out. That is on all the podcast sites. But yeah, I just wanted to say, no fear around money, and no fear around the collapse of, the financial structures and corporations and everything that's going to be happening in our world, that is happening and is going to be happening, because it's all the dark collapsing, and you're going to be so shocked at how beautiful this story ends, and how amazing people come in that aren't going to be on the news, but they're going to come in and take over. There's so many people that are already geared up and ready to take over, and divine beings and ET beings that are really gearing up to give us what we need to move things forward in a better way, in a more high vibrational way, in a more supportive way of everyone. So focus on that. Like, if you can really see, and feel into what's coming, that there is magic ahead, that there's abundance for all, and feel that now. Don't wait for it. Like, feel that in your own life now, because you need to feel it to attract it into your life now. Is just that deep, get yourself out of the fear, work through the fear, and come back to a deep place of trust and faith. And just know that you're taken care of, because fear is not real, and lack is not real, and poverty is not real. Like, it's something that we've been fed and sold to keep us small, to keep us out of our divine empowerment, because we can create. We're manifestors, creators. We can create whatever we want. We're just learning that. So this is about, like, turning the ship, and the ship takes some time to turn, right? Like, a big ship takes time to turn. So just remember that and be patient with yourself, because as we turn the ship and we come out of fear and we come back to the belief that we're taken care of, then we start to move into that manifestation part, and we start to learn that we're actually manifesting everything, and we start to see it very clearly. Because I will tell you, this is kind of a funny little tidbit. When I've gone to the food pantry, when I needed food, when I go in lack, when I go in fear, when I go in worry that they won't have, enough or food for me, or what meets my needs, then they don't, right? But when I go in abundance, when I feel abundant, when I even visualize in advance some of the things I want, and just see it as being there, and just get excited about it and let it go, then I go and everything is there that I need. So just remember that you are the creator of your life and world, and just keep coming back to that. And don't beat yourself up. Like, this whole, the darkness has to collapse. It's not that you've done anything wrong. It is that it all has to collapse, so that we can step into our true divine empowerment. So see that and start moving in that direction. Start turning the ship, okay? I hope this helps. So much love to you.